oh, fuck it. We'll take the lumps because look what happened with Gaga Slonina.
I say take the lumps.
Take the lumps too, but that's MLS for you. I'm not worried about the super draft. Didn't that already happen?
Yeah, it did.
And
did we do anything?
Just snooze fest. There we go. So nothing. Have you ever heard of any of these guys? Jorge de Frutas.
That's a no.
He plays for Levante. He's 25.
Okay,
Ross,
I mean, well, here's the wait. When you say that, does he play for Levante, or does he sit the bench, or does he not even make the 18? You know, these are questions we need to ask. But it's the MLS 1.0 and 2.0 was like, well, this guy is signed to this team. It's like, no, bring him in. That's
right.
Awesome.
By the way, I think we're now we're in MLS 4.0 territory, maybe even 5.0, but the days of 3.0 are over, in my opinion, because it's the next evolution. It's the next step. Right? Would you agree with that?
I would, but I mean, look at the video you put. Hold on, though. Hold on. Let's pimp our boy James here. Even in the video that you released today, we were talking about how the CBA, they actually stunted and slowed down the growth that we could be having in these 4 years leading up to an North America World Cup. Whereas, like, I'm with you. We're on the cusp of 4.0, really. I think real 4.0 is either like 6 DPs or at least like a 10-fold increase in the salary cap.
Yeah, get rid of they'll probably never get rid of the salary cap, but they got to do something about it where they got to make it a salary floor.
Those suck too, though, because then you just get a thing like, look at like the tax on English players in England, in the English pyramid. You're going to get that same thing with American players and just people around out your teams. You know what I mean? I don't know if you actually improve anything that way.
All right, so I'm going to run over some signings from Europe that they're rumored to be coming to MLS potentially. Jorge de Frutas, a guy from a relegated League 2 team. Ross Stewart, Sunderland, 26. He's 6'2". Ilias Chair, Queens Park Rangers, 25, attacking midfielder. Albert Ellis. Does that name sound familiar?
It does. Wow, that's he's the cat from Houston, right? That
Correct.
used to rock the Black Panther mask and do all that on goal celebrations.
Correct. Before joining Boa Vista in Portugal, now playing for recently relegated Bordeaux in French second tier. Could be time for Ellis to make his move back to North America. Jonathan Tompkinson in Norwich City, 20 years old, center back. Ruslan Malinovsky at Atalanta, 29. He's a midfielder. Andreas Scheldrup, Noord-Zeeland. He's 18. He's a forward. Go ahead, get the next Erling Haaland. Anastasios Douvikis, speed, strength, FC Utrecht. Crazy name. He has it all. And that's the names apparently rumored that these guys are saying, these guys should, maybe I should take a look at these guys. I
have not heard of a single one other than Ellis.
Yes,
right?
Albert Ellis. Yes,
Albert Ellis. Yeah, that's what it was. But honestly, like, that's a Chris Mullins, right? That hits half the time. The other half the time they come back and they just disappear on a roster. Look at that Kubo Torres, So, none of it's exciting. And I mean, we all know the GM that we're not a huge fan of has roots to Eastern Europe. So it's going to be a lot of Eastern European names, even playing in more like in larger leagues. Right. And that's always kind of scary because you'll get, it just, I don't know, man, that there's a complete lack other than what your first name there of like South American and or Mexican talent on that list. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it's just nothing getting me excited. Now I could be dumb. Like some of these guys come over, like, who the hell heard of Castellanos before he played for New York? Who thought Bradley Wright Phillips was going to be, he was the brother Yeah, you know what I mean? And he turned out to be a huge get for New York. So it's just like, stuff hits, some stuff doesn't, but none of it's exciting. There's no there's just no plan. That's more like you're rounding out the team kind of signings. So it's
So
just like,
I got a couple questions for you. Just to interrupt, because I want to know if you want face cam, I could patch your face into here if you just fit it in Discord. It's pretty easy for me to do.
no, we're gonna skip that considering my
No worries.
hair, I look like Eraserhead currently.
Ah,
I just got set up real fast. I was debating doing the PlayStation 5 and seeing what was up, but it's a little bit later in the evening. I thought you were gonna get started a little bit earlier these days.
it's been a little wonky, but yeah, usually I try to get a little started sometimes right around 7. I try.
Right?
I usually get around between 6:30 to 7 ish. Yeah, I did push it back just a few. I did get I gifted a PlayStation 4. So
Gifted.
it's really for the wife. It's really for Miss Fire, so she could play Red Dead Redemption. she loves playing
Oh.
horsey. But I got
Yeah.
God of War for free. I got a couple games for free.
Oh, see, I'm one of those idiots.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, that game's sick, dude. I never finished it though.
Well, I don't want to go pay a whole bunch of $10 here for those games. So I'm like, I'll just pay a couple bucks for this, and I'll just have those games that I want to play for free, and like the big premiere games. And eventually, some of these more big premiere games will end up there. So it'll all be, works out to less than 2 premiere games cost for a whole year. Where I'm getting, in my head, I'm going to be getting to play 3, 4, 5 premier level games, like AAA level experiences like the God of Wars.
Oh
like
yeah, no, that's the way to do it. Spider-Man, and I'm sure Miles Morales might be on there.
I already own those on the PC, so I already do have a few of those.
Oh, that's right. You was playing it on stream. I totally forgot.
Yeah, so I do have a few of them, but they are there, and it's a little tempting, but I'm like, I already but now that I have these choices, the one big one that I got to finally get is Bloodborne.
Oh,
for the Dark Souls series. That was one of the first ones I downloaded, so I have that queued up.
You know what Bloodborne would be great for?
I can stream it too, by the way. I have the ability to stream it because I have a card that I could patch in, so I could be able to stream some of this stuff too.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. Hold on. Let's retreat. Let's retreat and hit this video game conversation in a second.
Garrett, you're saying what's the word here? The word is U.S. Men's National Team drama. We're going to be talking about it here in a second.
Yeah, well, you said you had some questions, but before that, I want to say, I want to give you your flowers on the absolute masterclass at pronunciation of all of those ridiculously Eastern European names that the Fire are after.
oh no, those aren't for the Fire. Those are MLS names.
Names for real?
Yeah, those are names that MLS are
Fire.
after.
Man, see, I was disappointed for the Fire. If that's just for MLS in general, that's even worse.
Oh, yeah, those were. It was an article saying, "Hey, MLS should take a look at these guys." It's by Joseph Lowry, friend of the show. He's been on the show, and if he's saying they should take a look at these guys, he's a good spotter of talent.
Okay, if he is, I feel you on that. Like when I hear the Fire and I don't know anybody's name and it doesn't sound like they're from exciting places, I'm kind of like, But then, yeah, if you say that, because my big thing was a guy can be at Atalante, a guy can be at Levante or wherever it was,
or Red Star Belgrade.
But are they even playing there though? Right, like
right.
That's the huge question. Because if you're playing, okay, cool, take a flyer on a guy. I'll trust that you think he's good at soccer, but it's when they try and sell us like a Michael DeLue as like a star player for the Fire. When I was,
Michael DeLue was a star player for the Fire for a few years, but also
he was not.
But he was a star because of his personality.
Very nice guy. You are correct. Very nice guy.
And a good soccer player, not great, but damn,
exactly, a good soccer player.
Good. I mean, it helped us win games. But certainly, I think MLS passed at a certain point. The MLS passed. We saw the MLS literally pass Fire rosters, like just fly by. While the Fire still has Michael Harrington,
Oh no! I'm not gonna allow Michael Harrington shade.
I'm just,
No.
I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like that. It's just like the MLS was constantly passing that fire by. But I have a couple of questions for you.
Well, hold on. It's doing
yeah,
it
go ahead.
again. Just look at today. Like, listen, I know there's probably a compilation worth of minutes of me complaining about Aaron Long. That was in a national team setting. The Fire missed out on Aaron motherfucking Long today. You know what I mean? He went to LA. How does LA got money for that cat? You know what I mean? Like, come on. Those are the kind of signings I talk about where, like, sure, I don't want him starting games at the World Cup, but for the Fire, he could be lit. You know, it just the league is just passing them by again and again.
My questions were: do you want to talk? Do you want to start? Yeah, I think we should probably. I'm guessing as I'm thinking the way we plot the show.